What's up? What's up? Boy Neil. I've been sick, man. I had COVID for the first time ever, man. Tell you what, man, that shit. Fuck, man, that shit kicked my dick in the dirt. But just fucking congested as shit now up on my chest. But anyway, almost kind of forgot about it today until it popped up in one of my news feeds. But anyway, so today is my 14 years of being drug free. Some of y'all been on my friend list, or some of y'all know me personally for a good while. Know that I struggled with pain pill addiction for a long time. Cost me a whole lot. Cost me a felony. Almost cost me my life. Cost me a whole lot of heartache and shit. And 14 years ago today, I decided that I'd had enough of that bullshit and decided to do some shit differently. And haven't done any drugs since then. So I try to make these videos on this time of year for me, being that hopefully if I can give, thanks Asa. Asa, man, look, you knew me back in the day, man. I was a hot fucking mess. But thank you, appreciate that. But I'm just kind of using this to let people know that, hey, look, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to let you know that you can get your shit back. You know, you can get your life back together and gain your self-worth and your self-dignity back. And it's not going to be easy, people. Look, I was an addict, and it took me many years to totally train wreck my fucking life into a, almost point of no return. And it's taken me the last 14 years to get back to where I'm at today. And 14 years later, I bought a house for myself. I got a good job. I got benefits and shit. And, I've had a lot of help along the way. Don't get me wrong. Treatment, had to go to treatment to get myself some skills to be able to get myself in a better spot. But I'm here to tell you, people, there is no comparison to living the way I am today and living in the active addiction days. I mean, I get pulled over today. The worst I do is pull over, and the worst I do is get a ticket and going about my fucking way. I don't have to worry about, what I got on me that I got to throw out the window or put somewhere that doesn't need to be put somewhere. You know what I mean? And just the freedom it has to be able to do shit and not always be looking over my shoulder because I'm worrying if there's an undercover cop somewhere or if someone's going to turn me in for something stupid I did. I don't have to worry about hanging out with shitty ass fucking people doing shitty ass stuff and worried if I'm going to get hemmed up because of some shit that they're doing. That's probably one of the biggest things I see these days is that people say they want to do things differently, but they're hanging out with the same group of people doing the same shit that they've done for a while. And one of my old sponsors told me this. He's like, look, nothing changes if nothing changes. You can't live in the same trap house or the same dope house you've been living in for the last 2 years saying, I want a different life, hanging out with the same people, doing the same shit. It's like, it's never going to happen. If you want to make a different change in life, you got to change everything. You got to change who you hang out with, change where you hang out, and change everything. And I promise you, if you try it and don't like it, you can get a refund and go right back to that same shithole life you're living. I mean, it's not but one decision away, and I'll be right back there myself. But I can tell you, I prefer this life a whole lot better. And I'm not going to go into my whole story tonight. I still don't feel well. Like I said, I'm getting over COVID. I still got congestion. First time ever having COVID, by the way. That fucking shit, man. Fuck. Anyway, you know, I don't know what to tell people these days. I mean, if you, I just can't even fathom nowadays why people would even try something. If you've never done drugs and you're going to say, well, let me try this day and time, I don't know what your rhyme and reason would be, because you know that there's a possible potential that it could have a lethal dose of fentanyl and you're done, no matter what it is. But, you know, people still are getting hooked on this shit all the fucking time. But anyway, 14 years today, drug free. People ask me all the time, how do I do it? I mean, it's all those stupid cliche sayings that they had in NA meetings and all that. Every fucking one of them is true. You just got to give it time to become true. You know, I don't have a desire to use drugs, and I've lost the desire to use drugs, and the one day at a time. I mean, you got to start somewhere, and as stupid as it sounds, that's how I did it. I did it one day at a time for the last 14 years. And now 14 years later, I got a fucking beautiful house and a nice subdivision, cool ass fucking neighbors, you know. And people, look, no cowboy smack. Nah, I'm not gonna do any football talk right now. This is a serious note. I do have a serious bone in my body sometimes. But I'll make another post later for you, Ginger, about the Cowboys. But I mean, you know, look, all jokes aside, it's no type of life to live. I'm just out here to tell you that I went from having everything as a young guy in my 20s. I had the paid firefighter job. I had one of the baddest boats on the river back then. I had some of the baddest show cars and trucks back then. And I went from having everything you could think of to having nothing. And I was homeless on the streets that I grew up in, under the bridge, living in a tent. And I tell you, it didn't take but a few weekends out there, that kind of shit. And I realized, you know what? I like some shit like running water in a bed and some shit like that. You know, hot water to take a shower in and stuff. But people, I'm telling you, you can turn your life around. It's never too late. I did it. I got clean at 40. I'm 53 now. Damn it, that one hurt to say that one. But I mean, hey, you know, I'd rather be 53 and 14 years clean than be, you know, dead right now.